Well, I'm in Guam and I'm trying to transfer to my final command, but it's a bit of a struggle. They were trying to make me either stay in Guam for another tour or finish out my career in Yokosuka, Japan. Fuck both of them things. So I fought really hard. I told I got 2 years left in the military. Just get me in the States, because you gotta understand, at that point, I was really obsessed with three things: getting custody of my son, buying a home, and pursuing stand-up comedy. They ended up giving me orders to Goose Creek, South Carolina, the submarine school down there. And I knew going in that it would be different for me, because I was an LPO supervisor, a structural planner. The agreement was that the command was gonna send me back to welding school to requal. And I didn't mind the work. I only had 2 years. And when I get there, the command tells me they don't have no money to send me to school. And I'm like, what? Yeah, but we don't have no money to send you to school, HT1. You gonna have to requal yourself. Now, how the hell am I supposed to do that? And when he told me he didn't have no money, I offered to drive myself up to Virginia to go requal. They didn't want to do that either. By now, time had passed. My son's here. I got to enroll him in school. I got to enroll him in deals. I got to take him to medical. I got to do all this stuff. They didn't want to let me do any of that stuff, which was weird because I can't work because I'm not qual. But you also don't want to let me go and handle business. My senior chief and my master chief are rednecks. I'm talking about Harley riding, Confederate flag, rednecks. And I guess my body language let them know that I wasn't going to participate in that tap dance. So as time passed, they came to me and said, HT1, we're going to have to swap you out with one of our guys down at Gitmo, because they had a detachment down at Gitmo, a 6-month detachment that was working at the prison down there, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. And I was like, you know I got my son. I'm a single parent. I just went through all this, you know what I'm saying, taking him to medical, getting him straight, getting him in school. This dude looked me dead in my eyes and said that the Navy didn't issue your son in a sea bag. Basically, fuck your son. You figure it out. Send him back where he came from, whatever. And then the word got back to me that Master Chief also said, tell him to suck it up. Let me tell you something. When you've been in the military 18 years and you've seen all kind of horrors and dealt with all manners of crises, and somebody tell you to suck it up, it make you feel some kind of way. Well, that pissed me off, and they had the right one, because I said, all right, I got something for your ass. Here's where being what they call in the Navy a sea lawyer comes in handy. Well, guess what? In my late 30s, they diagnosed your boy with ADD and put him on Adderall. Adderall is a stimulant. It shows up similar to cocaine or meth or uppers or something like that on your analysis. So you have to disclose it on paperwork, or it sends the command into a shitstorm. So what I did was I went right to my doctor and said, Doc, the dose you have me on ain't working. I need you to up my milligrams to 30. Like, okay. I said, I don't know what the HIPAA situation looked like in the Navy. I never had to ask, but tell me this. Who has access to my medical record? He said, your immediate chain command all the way up, including me, your doctor. I said, is that mandatory? He was like, no, you can change it, but the only people that you can't omit is myself, the XO, and the SEAL. I was like, take everybody else out. And I specifically said, does that eliminate my Master Chief from having access to my medical record? He said, yes, it does, HT1. I say, roger that, doc. So what happens in sub school, they give random urinalysis in the middle of the night. You'll get a phone call at 2, 3 in the morning. It's random, and you got to get up, come into work, give a piss test. Or we give you a piss test, they give you a piece of paper. You're supposed to write down all the medications that you take, which I had been doing up until that point. But I already know when this next batch go through, I'm gonna conveniently forget. I always give a piss test right before a holiday, so I think it was Thanksgiving. Call us in a couple weeks before the holidays. We had to go get urinalysis, and guess what? When they say, are you on any kind of medications? I was like, nope. And I turned in that 30 milligram Adderall piss, and it was sizzling like sausages. It was like some scalding hot broth. It was made out of gamma radiation. I turned in that Incredible Hulk piss. My piss was radiant, like the morning sun. I turned that glowing ass shit into him and went on leave. Well, when I come back from leave, my chief pulled me to the side and said, HT1, it was a madhouse around here this past weekend because of you. Are you serious, Chief? Did I cause confusion? Not I. Oh no. HT1, are you on some kind of stimulant? I like, yes, I'm on Adderall. He's like, you know you didn't fill the paperwork out. You got to be kidding me, Chief. Why you didn't fill the paperwork out when you took the urinalysis? What a knucklehead I am. So he says, you gonna have to go talk to Master Chief, and he ain't happy. Oh no, what shall I do? Is he riled up? Oh wow. So I go in the office with Master Chief and he's livid. He can't even sit in his desk. He's standing up. You fucked me over, HT1. This is some bullshit. Why didn't you acknowledge your medications on your paperwork? I forgot, Master Chief. I'm a dodo bird. I'm sorry. I look through your service jacket and I see here you're qualified on the M16 AT4 rocket launcher, 50 cal, 60 cal, 45 and a shotgun. How is that possible, HT1? And you are on a stimulant.
Well, no one ever asked, and I didn't volunteer because I put duty before myself.
And see, here's the thing that he didn't know, but I knew. According to the Navy regulations, if you are on a stimulant, you are not supposed to be handling weapons. So guess what, bitch? I'm not going no Gitmo and Gotmo neither. Tell me my son won't issue no fucking C-bag. Whole ass. I'm sitting there like, how can we rectify this? Like, we can't rectify it, HT1. You know, you tied my hand. I tried to look into your medical record to see if I can get some information to help you. Yeah, right. You prohibited anybody from looking at your medical record except for your medical officer, the XO, and the CO. Duh! And there's just nothing I can do for you. I think you might have to leave the command. Leave the command? Here's the other thing that he didn't realize that I realized. Also, if you own a stimulant, you can't weld on sub-safe level 1 nuclear material, which is what I was supposed to be doing. Which I would have gladly did if y'all would have agreed to send me back to the school to get qual as it was stated in my orders. So I'm like, shucks, darn it, what have I done? So by this point, only got like a year and a half left. They sent my ass to safety. And when I got over to safety, they put me in charge of motorcycle safety over the whole base. Well, guess who ride motorcycles?
Senior Chief and Master Chief.
Every time they came in to renew their shit, I would find something wrong. I don't really like the texture of this here paper. I'm gonna need you to fill it out again, Master Chief. And the moral story is, watch how you talk to people about their children.